Yo, what's going on? What's happening? I know what you all are gonna say. Langston, you on this negative stuff, man. When you gonna get off of it? I am. This will be like the last video that I do. You know what I'm saying? About any type of murders. But this one, I had to do. And the reason why I had to do is because of what the 17-year-old teenager told his friend. So, let me give you the story. For those that don't know, 17-year-old teenager was shot and killed yesterday afternoon, Sunday afternoon at 4 o'clock in the northwest part of Charlotte. And they interviewed the 17-year-old's friend. And the 17-year-old's friend said that his friend wanted to get out of the hood. He wanted to get out of the hood, and he wanted to get his mother out of the hood. That he was tired of living in this troubled area. This is a teenager that was shot and killed that wanted to get out. He wasn't glorifying the hood. He didn't want to be a part of the hood anymore. He wanted to get out, and he was shot and killed yesterday. Which brings me to this point. I remember when I was in my 20s. I was part of, every black organization that you can imagine. And we used to talk about how the white man is this and white man is that. Everything that black people, every situation or everything that black people did negatively, we were blaming on the white man. And if that 20-year-old or 20-something-year-old Langston were to see me right now, he would call me a sellout. Why? Because I moved out of the hood. I moved away from my people. But I'm here to tell you that it's just like me that live in the suburbs, in a diverse community. Don't be ashamed of the decision that you made. Or if you're living in the hood, on your way out, moving into the suburbs, don't be ashamed of the decision that you're making. It is over. And what I mean by it's over, this isn't a reality. That the only person that you can save in life is yourself. That's real talk. That's real talk, man. Ain't no such thing as no sellout when you're trying to get away from an area that you could potentially get shot and killed. If it's not you, it's your children. Let me tell you something. When I moved here to Charlotte for the first time I got here, this chick, no lie, I went online, I looked at I took a virtual tour on the website. I forgot the name of the apartments. It was located off of East Independence Boulevard, right? Took a look at it, I sent them my deposit, and I was moving from Raleigh, North Carolina. And I lived in a nice area in Raleigh, North Carolina. For those that are familiar with Raleigh, North Carolina, I stayed not too far away from Crabtree Mall. And I wanted to get away from Raleigh so bad. I was like, I sent the deposit, all of that stuff. I drove up to Charlotte to get the key. And the minute I get to the apartment complex, there was like a wooden gate. And on a wooden gate, there was a gang sign on there, spray painted. So I get to the office and I tell the broad, it's a gang sign on the wooden gate. And then she gives me a brief tour around the apartment complex, and I'm like, this is unacceptable. I don't want to move here. So I'm talking to the board, and I'm like, is there any other, properties that you all manage that you could actually move me to? And she's like, well, give me the run around. So I'm like, what? Let me ask you this question for real. Black chick. At the time, I had no knowledge of Ballantyne, right? So for those that don't know, Ballantyne is like a nice area in Charlotte. I said, where do you live at? She was like, Ballantyne. I said, if you didn't live in Ballantyne, would you stay here? You know, this boy looked me in my face and lied and said yes. You know what I did? I went back to Raleigh. I took it a step above. This is what black people have to do. We gotta, it's not a white thing. We just gotta do the right thing. We gotta be thinkers. I went above her. I called corporate. I said, listen, I told them the apartment complex that, you know, I had, that I gave my money to or whatever have you, and they was managing or whatever have you. And they were like, you know, oh yeah, we know that those apartments, this and that, so forth. You know, they transferred me to a way more better apartment, gated community, all of that. The apartment complex that I was living in had an indoor basketball court, volleyball, all of that. In other words, I'm not living in the hood. I'm not staying in I'm not paying no rent. Where I gotta watch out for my TV, my car. I can't slip up, you know what I'm saying, and make a mistake and not lock my car door because an hour later somebody opened up my car and took my belongings. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting my children in a situation where they could possibly get killed. I got children that age, around that age, 17. Straight up. For those that are not, older, more mature. Once you get older, once you get past I say, man, to be real with you, man, you supposed to be somewhat damn near mature around your mid-30s. And on. Once you get around your mid-30s, man, your shit starts changing. And the hood ain't fun anymore. And living amongst your people ain't fun anymore, especially when you start having children. You gotta look out for you and yours. And all that black power stuff and power to the people, and wearing dashikis and Clintè Corp and playing a djembe drum and all of it, celebrating Kwanzaa. I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying all that stuff don't matter when it comes to your family. We could talk about Egypt, we built the pyramids, and we could talk about Mansa Musa and Shaka Zulu and all these great people that lived in the past. We could talk about how great we were. That's past tense. Now, I want to know how great we are now. And we're not so great. We are at our lowest, at our worst. We were better people to one another during slavery than we are now. Nah, man. Straight up, you don't owe black people shit. But you owe it to yourself to make sure that you protect you and yours. That's real talk. This 17-year-old teenager wanted out. He wanted to get out of the hood. He wasn't celebrating that nonsense. He had enough sense to know that, you know what? I'm not going to make it here. I got to figure out how I can get out of here. And before he figured out how he could get out, he met his demise. Straight up. And I know some of you all may ask, where's the black family? The black race, the black community. What's going on with us? What's happening to our kids? I don't care anymore. I care about mine. That's it. That's it. I can't control anything outside of my circle. I can't. I really can't be too much concerned about anyone outside of my circle. Straight up. By making these videos, I'm hoping that I'm reaching someone. But this is as far as I go. This is where how they say it, the saying goes, this is where the buck stops. Straight up. Because once I turn this video off, I gotta make sure I have that $17.45 at the end of the month. I gotta make sure I pay that rent, that rent, that light bill, that water bill, car insurance, life insurance. The list goes on. Children need clothes, sneakers. They grow like, those that have children, you know how it goes. Yo, I just got you those yesterday. How did you grow out of them today? In a matter of hours. But I got to worry about me and mine. But don't feel ashamed for those that have moved out of the hood. And your neighbors are non-black. Don't feel ashamed. Don't be embarrassed anymore. Accept the fact that people may call you a sellout, but guess what? I'm safe. I'm safe. I slid in the third base and the referee said safe. For real. Real talk. And out here in the suburbs, man, I could be me. I could be goofy. Straight up. I wake up and I joke all day. Because guess what? When I was in high school, that's all we used to do is just joke on everybody. I have a smile on my face straight through the day. At least I try to. I attempt to have a smile on my face every day. Out here in the suburbs, man, I don't have to wear dark colors like dark blue, navy blue, black, dark green. That's what I used to wear in the hood. I don't have to wear Timbs. Winter time, summertime, fall time, springtime. I can wear my 5-finger toe shoes called Vivums or Vivums, whatever you want to call them. I got Farashikis where I don't even own a pair of sneakers that have, or shoes that have shoestrings. You see me nowadays, I'm wearing bright yellow, orange, green colors. In the summertime, I wear flip-flops. You can say that's feminine all you want, but guess what? My feet are breathing. And the reason why you all are wearing Adidas sandals with socks on is because your toes are busted. That's the only reason why. Take care of your goddamn feet and toes, and maybe you can wear flip-flops like I do. Straight up. That's real talk, man. In my circle, man, I don't allow but a handful of people. Which brings me to this point too. I know some of you all are trying to get in contact with me. And I tell you all, yo, DM me, email me. You know what I'm saying? And you're doing exactly what I told you to do. You email me, you DM me, you make comments in the comment section. Yo, man, I'm just trying to reach out. I'm trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what's the best areas in Charlotte. Yo, man, excuse me, you a cool dude. I'm living in Charlotte, man. Let's link up. You seem like a good dude, man. We could be friends, this and that, so forth. And let me tell you something. I think I bit off more than I can chew. Because in all actuality, I'm an introvert. I don't like a lot of people. That's the first thing. And the second thing is I'm not lying. You know how many people DM me and email me? I can't cipher through who's a good person, who's not, and who's not. So therefore, I can't reply to none of y'all. Because some of you all are trying to get in contact with me with malicious intent. That's real talk. For malicious intent. I keep my circle small. I don't want no new friends. Every time I get a new friend, that's a new friend that can potentially ruin my life. And nowadays, it don't matter where you meet certain people at. They could be foul as a piece of shit. If that makes sense. I don't even think it makes sense. But you know what I'm saying. They could just be foul. Real talk. You can meet a person in church, at a football game, Freedom Park. You know, these are safe places. The gym. You go out with them a few times, and then you find out, oh, shit. This nigga is loony. now you gotta try to get rid of them. Nah, that's all right. Don't need it. That's real talk. Some of you all out there dating and online dating, man. Boy, oh boy, man. Y'all must have it rough. Real talk. You gotta believe that everything that this person says online is the truth, knowing that 9 times out of 10, it's not. Yo, I'm not going to even lie, man. I'm going to be real with you. This generation that's saying, man, I'm not getting married. I ain't having no children. You know what I'm saying? I'm playing it safe. Man, I ain't going to even lie. I mean, sooner than later, human beings won't exist if ain't nobody get married or having children. You know, but at the end of the day, I can't knock them. You just don't want to make your life more complicated than what it is. And living in the hood, it gets complicated, man. Got all these hood rules and you can't be smart. Man, I have intellectual conversations with people all the time. But in the hood, man, I gotta be like 2 + 2 is 6. I'm just being real with you. And I'm not saying everybody in the hood is slow. That's not what I'm saying. Because I have met quite a few people that are exceptions to the rule. That was from the hood. Oh, that's from the hood. For the most part, it's no good, man. It's just not. 17-year-old, gone. Gone. You're never gonna see him again. I mean, I didn't know him, but you know what I'm saying. His loved ones will never see him again. And I just can't take a risk living in any black neighborhood and potentially not being able to see my children again because of a decision that I made. Oh yeah, you know, I'm moving over here because it's cheaper. Seriously, there have been times when I moved around in Charlotte, that I lived in a good area, right? And the good area I had about 2-3 children, and it was a 1-bedroom apartment. And the rent was like a G. I could have easily went to the hood and got a 2-3 bedroom apartment for an example. This is years back, because I know what y'all gonna say. Well, damn, what place you know to go in the hood for $1,000 a month? I take that. I'm talking about years back. Could have easily moved in the hood, 3-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Front yard, backyard for $1,000 a month. Nah, that's all right. We're gonna be cramped up over here in a good area. We just gonna have to work that thing out, that 1-bedroom joint. I'd rather pay more. This is what I'm saying. I'd rather bust my ass and work up sun up to sun down to live in a good area than to be all right. You know what I'm saying? I could just get me a 9 to 5 and just basically kind of like get by and live in a bad area. And the house is bigger, you know, and we got yard. Well, guess what? What good is a front yard and a backyard for your children to play in or play on if there's gunshots every day? Yeah, man. Don't be embarrassed. Don't feel ashamed that you moved out of the hood. Real talk. That was the best decision that you could have ever made for you. And if you have a family and yours, that plain and simple. Straight up. All that power to the people. Black power. Let's come together and unite. I'm telling you, I was on that. I remember that. It's clear as day. So vivid. I remember that. And I tried to bring that black power stuff. I remember, I've been robbed like twice. I tried to bring that black power stuff in the hood, and you know they robbed me. And I was still, after I got robbed, I still was on some making excuses for black people. Well, you know, it's just that the white man got us down. And he had to do, and you know, it's the Willie Lynch syndrome and, the Willie Lynch letters that man. This is a new day and time. We need to start holding our race accountable. and stop it with that BS. Real talk. We just have to admit that we are at our lowest. And I don't think there's no turning back. Straight up. Real talk. Can't depend on the church anymore because they just looking towards Jesus coming back. And I'm looking at my watch and Jesus, you should have came back a long time ago. I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards you all, because I know some of you are religious, and yeah, man, depend on yourself. That plain and simple. Look out for you and yours. That's the moral of the story. All right? Other than that, my name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share this video.